welcome to your Humber News Update. I'm Ashley Jagpal coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College North Campus. Here's what we're working on at this hour. We have breaking news from Brampton this hour. One person is dead and an elderly man is in critical condition after an empty freight train and car collided near Sandalwood Parkway. Both the deceased and the elderly man were in the car at the same time of the collision. We'll have more details at 2. The Toronto Blue Jays will take the field at Rogers Centre for the first time this season. It's the club's first home game after splitting a 4-game trip in Tampa Bay against the Rays. Our reporter Travis Kingdon is at the Rogers Centre where fans are already lining up.
I'm down here at the Rogers Centre in advance of the Jays' home opener tonight. Fans have already started lining up behind me despite it being a bit cold out here. They're all trying to get their hands on tickets to see their home team in action tonight against Boston. The lineup for tickets shouldn't be surprising. The Jays made it to the playoffs last year for the first time in over 20 years. Earlier today, I spoke with one of the fans in line about what she expects for the upcoming season. Are you looking forward to this season?
I am. I'm looking really forward to this season. I have a lot of really good expectations.
Well, do you think it's going to go well for them tonight against Boston?
Of course it's going to go well for them tonight against Boston. I was at the last game that we played last year here, and we kicked butt, so I'm expecting that again.
The Jays face off against Boston tonight just after 7. Travis Kingdon, Humber News.
Now to the Vatican, where Pope Francis has released an eagerly anticipated document on marriage and family issues. He's urging people to be more compassionate to divorced couples and gay members of the church. The Joy of Love is a 260-page document. It comes after a global poll that asked Roman Catholics why they think fewer members are getting married and more are getting divorced. The document says annulment should be less expensive and easier to obtain. It also calls for more respect for gays, though Pope Francis writes that there are no grounds to liken gay marriage to heterosexual union. Currently, Roman Catholics can receive communion only by abstaining from sex with a new partner, because the first marriage is seen as still valid in the eyes of the church. To Texas now, where 2 people have died after an apparent murder-suicide at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. The county's sheriff office says the shooting triggered a lockdown at the facility and nearby schools earlier today. Local news reports internal Pentagon communication saying the commanding officer of a K-9 training squadron was shot by an airman. A ferry carrying 45 Pakistani migrants has returned to Turkey from Greece despite protests. Before the boat left this morning, 2 activists jumped into the water and hung onto the chain of the anchor to prevent it from leaving. They were quickly removed from the water by the Greek Coast Guard. The departure is part of the European Union plan to stop mass migration in Europe. Around 250 migrants have been sent back from the Greek islands since Monday. In the world of sports, the Raptors lose and the Leafs win. That sounds strange. Turning to weather, another cold day ahead and tomorrow's even worse. We'll have all your sports and the 3-day forecast on our news at 2. But for now, we leave you with this. A Dashcam captured terrifying footage in Missouri. What started off as a police chase resulted in a rescue mission. The video shows Missouri police pursuing an SUV before it loses control and rolls over into the ditch. Let's see that again, but in slow-mo. You can see the SUV begin to swerve as it speeds towards the ditch to the left. The car then does several rolls before it comes to a stop at the top of the hill. Police gave the man chest compressions before he was taken to the hospital. He was wanted in connection with traffic violations. That's your 12 o'clock update. We'll be back with more Humber News at 2.